Hi, today I want to talk about real estate designations, what they actually mean, and why they matter if you're moving to Santa Fe. If you've ever looked at a real estate profile, you may have seen a string of letters after someone's name: CRS, ABR, SRES, SRS, RENE. And most people have no idea what any of it actually means. Hi, I'm Adrienne Daguerre with Sotheby's International Realty in Santa Fe. I work with both buyers and sellers here, and I focus heavily on the strategy behind every transaction, which is exactly what we're getting into today. So I want to give you a little context. In New Mexico, brokers are required to complete 36 hours of continuing education every 3 years just to maintain their license. That's the baseline. Beyond that, I have chosen to invest in additional education through specialized designations and certifications that require significant time, coursework, and in some cases, proven experience. So today, I want to walk you through the designations I hold and what they actually represent, and more importantly, how they benefit you as a buyer or seller. Because these are not just credentials, they are directly impactful about how I guide you through a transaction. Why designations matter at all? Because before we get into the specifics, let's talk about why this matters. Real estate is not just about opening doors and writing contracts. It is about strategy. It is about risk management. It is about understanding the nuances of a market, a property, and a negotiation. Designations represent advanced training in specific areas, and when used properly, they elevate the level of service you receive. Santa Fe Specialist. Let's start with this one because it's the most specific to this market. The Santa Fe Specialist designation is focused entirely on the Santa Fe area, and it typically involves multiple days of coursework, totaling about 30 hours of focused local study. It involves advanced coursework in Santa Fe's history, land use, water rights, zoning, architectural styles, and neighborhood nuances. Santa Fe is not a plug-and-play market. There are unique considerations here that you do not find in many other parts of the country. This designation allows me to guide you with a deeper understanding of how this city actually works. Now let's talk about one of the most respected designations in residential real estate, the Certified Residential Specialist. This requires over 60 hours of advanced coursework along with a significant transaction history requirement to qualify. It focuses on marketing strategy, client service, negotiation, transaction management. This is about delivering a higher level of professionalism and consistency throughout the process. For you, it means you are working with someone who has both the training and the experience to manage complex transactions. Next, let's talk about the Accredited Buyer Representative. This designation is focused specifically on working with buyers. It requires approximately 12 to 16 hours of specialized coursework plus documented experience working with buyers. It covers buyer counseling, property evaluation, offer strategy, and market analysis. In a market like Santa Fe, where inventory can be limited and properties vary widely, having a structured approach to representing buyers is critical. This designation supports how I help buyers make informed and confident decisions. Senior Real Estate Specialist. This designation focuses on working with clients who are 50 and older, which is a huge demographic in Santa Fe. Typically involves about 12 hours of focused coursework on senior real estate needs and transitions. But it is not just about someone's age. It's about understanding life transitions, downsizing, relocating, selling long-held family homes, coordinating with financial and estate planners. It's a more holistic approach, and it allows me to guide clients through decisions that are often both financial and emotional. Now let's talk about the Seller Representative Specialist. This, of course, is the seller-focused counterpart. This designation requires approximately 12 to 16 hours of coursework focused specifically on seller representation and strategy. It focuses on things like pricing strategy, marketing positioning, negotiation from the seller's perspective, and managing offers. This directly ties into how I position listings, including my orchestrated launch strategy. See my video on that topic. It is about maximizing exposure and creating the strongest possible outcome for the seller. And next, the real estate negotiation expert. This is one of the most practical designations that I hold. It involves around 16 hours of negotiation-focused training across multiple sessions. Because every transaction involves negotiation, such things as price, repairs, closing costs, contingencies. This designation focuses on the negotiation tactics, communication strategies, understanding different negotiation styles, and creating win-win outcomes whenever possible. And in competitive situations, this can make a very real difference in the outcome. How does this all come together? This is the important part. Each of these designations focuses on a specific area, but what matters is how they come together in real life. When I'm working with a buyer, I am combining local market expertise, buyer representation strategy, negotiation skills, risk awareness. When I'm working with a seller, I am combining pricing strategy, marketing execution, buyer psychology, and negotiation. It is not one designation. It is the integration of all of them. What this means for you. For buyers, it means better guidance, stronger offers, more protection. For sellers, it means stronger positioning, better marketing, more strategic negotiation. And for both, it means fewer surprises. So when you see those letters after my name, they are not just credentials. They represent a commitment to ongoing education well beyond what is required to maintain a real estate license. And in a market like Santa Fe, where every property and every transaction can be different, this matters. I also combine this with my experience working in the Santa Fe market and my focus on helping clients make informed, strategic decisions. If you are thinking about buying or selling, I would love to talk with you. We can walk through your goals and create a plan that fits your situation. And if this video was helpful, like and subscribe so you can continue learning how real estate in Santa Fe actually